pleading guilty to drink driving. Berahino was stopped by police on the M6 near Warrington in October. He appeared at North Cheshire Magistrates Court this morning and was also fined £3,400. Officials in Belgium say 13 people have been arrested in connection with an alleged plot to target police officers. Last night, 2 suspected Islamist militants were killed in a shootout with police in the town of Verviers. 2 people have also been detained in France. Raids in Belgium uncovered weapons, communications equipment, money and police uniforms. A spokesman for the prosecutor gave more details.
This operation was meant to dismantle a terrorist cell, not only the terrorist cell, but also the logistic network behind it. This investigation for the time being has shown that these people had the intention to kill several policemen in the street and at police commissariats.
An inquiry into the government's handling of the historic allegations of extremism in Birmingham schools has found the Department for Education lacked inquisitiveness and procedures could have been tighter. The review investigated whether the government missed prior warnings about the alleged Trojan horse plot between 1994 and 2013. It identified 6 occasions where concerns were raised, but the report's author says they were dealt with properly. 5 schools in Birmingham were put into special measures last year after inspectors found evidence that some Muslim governors had tried to impose a conservative ideology. And Britain's oldest person has died at the age of 114. Ethel Lang lived her whole life in Barnsley area of South Yorkshire and was said to be the last person living in the UK who was born in the reign of Queen Victoria. Finally, taking a look at the weather, a cold day with plenty of sunny spells and a chance of a few wintry showers. Highs of 6 degrees Celsius, 43 degrees Fahrenheit. Fairly widespread frost about tonight, dipping down to a chilly -3 degrees Celsius, 27 degrees Fahrenheit. And then cold and bright again tomorrow. BBC WM 95.6 News. There's more online at bbc.co.uk/WM.
114. I don't think I'd want to.
The voice of Birmingham and the Black Country.
This has been the best programme I've listened to in a long time.
Is there a butt coming, Jane? I can smell a butt.
No butt.
I can smell a big butt.
Loved it.
Iain Lee.
BBC WM 95.6.
I mean, well done, that lady. Hats off, etc., etc. 114. Mustn't she be bored? Bored. I mean, I'm 41 and life is pretty dull. I don't think I could take another 73 years of this nonsense. I'm looking forward to the end. Would you want to live to 114? 03453 009956. But the big debate of the day, it's the question on everyone's lips. Well, it's touching their lips and then passing and then landing on the floor. What's so wrong with spitting? Iain Lee.
On BBC WM
95.6. The voice of Birmingham and the Black Country.
Seriously, what's so wrong with spitting? Now listen, if you spit at another human being, that's disgusting. Never an excuse for that. The reason spitting came up as a conversation between myself and producer Joe, and you need to set your microphone, producer Joe, to one of these. Is that you there?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, fine. It's because Alistair Campbell was walking along the street and an old man may or may not have spat at him. Spitting at people is disgusting and it's wrong. But if you've got something on your chest that you need to get off and it's not beef, then what is wrong with having a little,
bringing
it up, spitting it out in the gutter?
It's revolting.
What? Well, you keep saying
it's revolting.
You keep saying that.
Don't want to be treading in your germs.
Well, you're treading in much. The pavements. The pavements are full of germs. They're pavements.
They're not for spitting on, though, are they? They're for walking on.
Are they for that? Are they? Really? 03453 009956 is the phone number. Mike's in Minworth. Good afternoon to you, Michael.
Good afternoon. How you doing?
I'm fine. You sound very laid back, Michael. Have you had a drink this afternoon?
No, I'm on my way home.
Good lad. Well done. What can you... Well, spitting, there's nothing wrong with it, is there?
I'd have you locked up.
Sorry?
I'd have you locked up if I had my way.
What on earth
It is
for?
the most disgusting, disgraceful habit a human being can have.
What? Hang on a minute.
When I was a child, it was against the law to spit on public transport.
I'm not spitting on buses, Mike.
No, but spitting anywhere in public was an offence. It was largely done because of TB. But it's still disgraceful. There is no need for it. There
Here we
never
go.
has been any
Have
need.
you ever? I was driving along the motorway today, and I had to stop at a service station because I needed a wee. Okay. I got to the service station and there was a fire alarm had gone off, so nobody was allowed in the building. I even saw Gemma Collins from Towie being booted out, right?
Yep.
So I went round to the back of the building and did a wee in the bushes. Are you telling me, Mike, you've never had a wee outside?
Good question.
Oh, and you can't tell me
I'd have
that
to think back a long time.
you have definitely... Every man has had a wee outside, and weeing is more disgusting than
Yeah, but
spitting.
You have just said you're going to cough some evil up off your lungs and then spit it somewhere.
I'm going to put urine
Somebody
out in the
else
street.
treading, touch or anything else. Yeah, but I'm not talking about urinating in the streets, am I? You are.
Well, no, but you said
It's
it's...
wrong. It is wrong. There is no need whatsoever.
There is every need.
No, there isn't.
If I've got a cold...
The only time I've ever spat in my life
Oh, here we go.
is when I have accidentally imbibed some poison. Because the industry I work in, I have had occasionally...
What industry do you work in? Are you a Russian spy or something? What have you imbibed poison?
I work in the electroplating industry. And occasionally I have had mouthfuls of acid, caustic...
Well, you should just spit it into a tissue.
And you ain't got time. If you want some cyanide in your mouth, you get rid of it. That is a different case but I just find I've worked with people who spit all over the blinking car park outside of where
There's
I
a
work.
car park, it's only cars.
It is, yeah, but I'm going to walk in it.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
You've walked in
I know
worse...
you're wrong. You are totally 100% wrong.
Thanks for calling, Mike. 03453 009956. Seriously, I so needed a wee at this service station that I had to go around the back and do a wee. You're telling me, Mike, that is less disgusting than spitting? For goodness sakes. 03453 009956. I'm not like doing it all the time. I don't go out... I don't go out and do that. It's if I really, really need to, OK? My voice is my tool. And without my tool, I am useless. I need my tool, OK? And if my tool isn't functioning... How long do you reckon I can keep this up for before I get the sack? If my tool isn't functioning, Joe, then I need to do everything I can to get my tool to work.
You do.
And if that includes spitting...
No, you above anybody, actually carries an old-fashioned old man's hanky.
Yeah, so I'm not going to spit in that for
Yes.
blowing my nose.
No, you can spit into that.
Who's the one of Britain's greatest heroes? Here we go. About to own
here
you.
we go.
About to
Yeah,
own you
you
now.
won't.
03453 009956. About to own you. Right?
You're vile.
One of Britain's greatest sporting heroes, Mo Farah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a spitter.
What, on a pavement?
Yeah,
when he's running?
When he does half a marathon for money.
Yeah, and when do you do that?
That is irrelevant. That is irrelevant. I've cut you off so you could... It's not because I was losing the argument, but so you can speak to Doreen.
Yeah, right.
Yes. Dave, I'm right, aren't I?
No, you're not.
Mo Farah, he's one of Britain's greatest sporting heroes. He's a spitter. I tell you what, Paula Radcliffe does a lot worse than spitting in the street.
I'm not on about that. I'm on about spitting.
Yeah.
What would you do if somebody had spat in a lump of green Gilbert on the pavement when your kids fell over in it?
Dave, can I just say, we've had more phone calls in the first 10 minutes of this show about spitting than we've had on any show. If my kids tripped over a flob?
No, if they was on the pavement and the youngest one was running along and he tripped up and somebody had done it on the pavement and he put his hand in it, what would you do?
I'd wipe it off.
Tell you what, I've got an instance.
Well, that's that first argument one. Next, number two.
One of my neighbours loves gobbing on my car.
Oh, you really have got such an unfortunate turn. He loves gobbing on your car. Okay,
Yeah, I've gone to pick my friend and their little boy up right to go to school, and he's opened the door handle and put his hand straight on it.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not saying your neighbour. What pleasure does he get from spitting on your car?
Because he's about 10 slices short of a full load.
Okay, well, I'm not condoning that, Dave. That is obviously wrong. And the fellow who was talking about spitting on public transport, I don't spit on trains, I don't spit on buses, I don't spit on cars, although I'd be tempted to spit on your car. But sometimes...
Well, let me know what your car is and I'll go and make a good job of it.
Well, let's bring it on. It sounds like a challenge, David. It sounds like a challenge.
I wouldn't actually, because I've always got a paper hanky or something in my pocket.
You're not one of those that spits in the hanky, then puts it in your pocket?
No,
Right.
I'll put it in my pocket till I get a bin, and I'll put it in a dustbin. You know.
Dave, Mo Farah, British sporting legend, he's a spitter. Paula Radcliffe, as I've said, does much worse than spitting in the street.
Yeah. I mean, I suffer with catarrh, and I've got a hanky or a piece of kitchen roll or something in my pocket all the time. I won't spit in the street.
What do you play on your guitar, Dave?
Catarrh, I said. Sinus problem.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My little niece, Pepper, is about to start listening in about 3 minutes. So, guys, can we just, can we keep it clean, please? She's only young. I want her to think her uncle is dead intelligent and clever and stuff. All right? Afternoon. So, Iain Lee, BBC WM 95.6, as you were. We come on this show, and on the show we do on Saturday mornings between 9 and 12, and we put out things and we talk about things, and we get a few phone calls, and sometimes we get more phone calls than others. Sometimes, let's be honest, we don't get any phone calls, and we have to pretend that the phones are broken. I come on to talk about spitting. The phones have gone mental. We've had more phone calls. If you're trying to call, keep ringing. You'll get through eventually. It's producer Jo is taking the calls on her own. We've probably had more calls OK, thank you. We've had more calls in the first 15 minutes of the show than we've probably had all year so far. Gary's in Solihull. Good afternoon to you, Gary.
Good afternoon, Iain.
Gary, you sound like a man after my own heart. Are you a spitter?
Well, no, I have done it.
Of course you have.
In the past.
Yeah, of course you have in the past.
No, but that can be a bit of a hazard if there's a few of them scattered around. That can become a tripping hazard.
What do you mean a tripping hazard?
Well, if you get a gold watch from the back of your throat, a right thick one, and when they dry up, there'll be a tripping hazard.
I'm hearing the most unpleasant phrases. A gold watch in the back of your throat.
That's right, yeah.
You can't trip over them.
Well, if there's a few of them scattered around, there can be a tripping hazard. They can set quite hard, can't they?
I've just got to say, I hope you're enjoying your late lunches or picking up your kids from nursery and playgroup, guys. Well, no, they can't. And I know that it was stopped a long time ago because of TB, and there are a few cases of TB in this country. They're primarily in London, the TB cases. So around here, we should... Listen, if you have to spit, Gary, you have to spit. There are far worse things going on in the world. Boko Haram, anybody? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. There was... I heard it on a radio station a while back, some survey, what was done that the worst place in the country for spitting is Birmingham.
Is it really? Hey, something to be proud of, guys. Gary, let's see what Diane says. Good afternoon, Diane.
Hello.
Diane, what are your thoughts?
Well, do you think you ought to go and see a doctor?
Why is that? A&E is at the stretch point at the moment. I don't think it would be helpful. Why should I?
Well, because if you keep needing to spit, there must be something wrong. I don't need to do it. Most people don't spit in the street, do they?
Do you lead an energetic lifestyle, Diane?
Oh, yes.
How energetic?
Very.
OK, tell me what you've done today.
I've walked 10 miles.
Oh, flipping it. You're one of them, are you? Walking doesn't count as energetic, though, does it? I lead a...
I run 10 miles as well the next day.
You sound... with the greatest respect, it sounds like you're making this up.
No, why would I do that?
To show off.
No.
You never spit when you run 10 miles?
No, I don't need to.
Of course you do.
Why?
Mo Farah spits.
So what?
So he's a sporting legend.
Well, there's something wrong with him.
There's nothing wrong with Mo Farah.
Look, if you've got a dog and it poos in the street, you have to clear it up.
Right.
So I think you ought to clear up your spit and take a carrier bag with you or something.
Oh, Gary, can you believe this woman?
Well, it sounds to me like she's a swallower.
Steady. Diane, flipping it. This is going to be the show.
This is getting very rude. I thought your niece was.
No, I know.
was
Listen, exactly. My young niece Pepper is going to start. It could be listening now.
Yes,
Gary,
well,
keep
we
it clean.
Keep this clean, then, don't we? But I'm sure your niece knows about dog poo.
She knows all about dog poo. Yes, she's a young child.
So I think it's a similar situation, really.
But a dog poo can send you blind. Okay,
yes.
Everyone knows that. And if you get that on your shoe, boy oh boy, are you going to have a tough time getting that out of the cracks of your shoe.
Yes, but if you've got some sort of virus or a bug and you're spitting in the street, a dog might get your disease.
I couldn't get... Oh, wow, Diane! Listen, I'm going to let you both go. You're excellent callers. Excellent callers. Gary, you're a very naughty man. But thank you. 03453 009956 is the telephone number. Spitting, it's not that bad, is it?
Every time there's a bit of snow, everything comes to a standstill.
First train was cancelled or delayed, very busy.
Night and day with spreaders of salt.
Make BBC WM 95.6 your shortcut to fast and accurate information for snow forecasts, travel updates and school closures.
Lows of -1 Celsius, 30 degrees Fahrenheit.
Ice, snow, wind and rain. It's all coming in our direction.
Get the 5-day forecast online at bbc.co.uk/WM.
If you're calling, keep calling. The phones are, I think knackered is the technical term, isn't it? We'll get them working on the other side of this. Oh, great! Shouty Gordon's calling in.
She sees him walking in a straight line. That's not really her style. And they all got the same heartbeat, but hers is falling behind. Nothing in this world could ever bring them down. Yeah, they're invincible, and she's just in the background. And she says, I wish that I could be like the cool kids, 'cause all the cool kids, they seem to fit in. I wish that I could be like the cool kids, like the cool kids. He says I'm talking with a big smile, but they haven't got a clue. Yeah, they're living the good life, can't see what he is going through. They're driving fast cars, but they don't
if you're calling in, this is unusual you say this on a phone-in show. Just don't for 5 minutes. I mean, I was joking about the phones being broken. The phones are actually broken. Thanks, Doreen. Was it Doreen that broke the phones? Is that who we send the invoice to, Joe?
Yeah, error connecting to server, it's now saying.
Never
what you want to hear.
It's never what you want to see on a phone system for a phone-in show. You had one job, phone system, and that was to take phone calls.
Fail.
You can email ian.lee@bbc.co.uk. You can text as well, 81333. Start your text 3CR.
No.
Oh, yeah. Start your text WM. You can send it to 3CR. I'm sure they'd love to get your opinions on spitting. That'll blow their minds. But yes, they're probably best 81333. Start your text WM. I have to apologise. My young niece is listening to this show, and my sister's just tweeted saying, "We've just tuned in. So far, we've heard about spitting and swallowing and dog poo. Not cool, Ian. Not cool." I'm her uncle. I'm supposed to be setting an example of how to behave, and this is the kind of rubbish that we're doing. Dearie me. We'll sort the phones out. Will we sort the phones out before 4 o'clock, or should we?
Not looking good, is it?
I've got Hotel California lined up. That's 6.5 minutes.
Okay.
So that can buy us plenty of time. Well, listen. While we're waiting for the phones, we can continue talking about spitting. Here's one of my bugbears, right? The dishwasher. I'm not a fan. Oh, someone's ripped it out. Have we got a copy of the Mail out there, Joe? There's some papers on the newspaper there, on the table there. There's the ideal way to load the dishwasher has finally been sorted out by scientists, and there is a formula to it. The dirtiest things go in the middle, and the least dirty things kind of go on the edge, right? My wife drives me absolutely nuts because she can't do the dishwasher. She doesn't know how to do the dishwasher. And I was saying to Caroline earlier on, she'll put like a bowl in the dishwasher, but then put a saucepan over the top, so the saucepan doesn't get clean. When one of my joys in the summer holidays was the wife went away with the kids for a longer break. I went for a week and I came back. And I spent an afternoon taking the dishwasher to pieces and then kind of reassembling it, cleaning everything. So this was a lean, mean cleaning machine, OK? And then I put it on a boil wash without anything in. Oh, it was sweet as a nut. And then she comes back and she piles too much stuff in there. It's just full of junk, full of stuff that's never going to clean. I'm not a fan of dishwashers. I kind of think of all the inventions that we've ever had, they are perhaps the most useless. And also, I think that the problem we have with families breaking down and society breaking down is the dishwasher. Because you don't get, for example, great tradition in my house on Christmas was, the squabbling over who did the washing up and the drying up, and then you go and do it. And it would be generally me that did the washing up, and my sister would do the drying up. And we'd argue and we'd talk and it was kind of a bonding experience. That's taken away from people now. And you can text in on this, 81333, start your text WM. Is there any job worse than unloading the dishwasher? Unloading the dishwasher is the most tedious experience. I hate it. Absolutely. Load it, yeah, love it, because there's kind of a sign. But unloading it, flipping heck. The phones are broken. And I can see, look, we've got a boffin in a white lab coat out there with a screwdriver taking the phones apart. In the meantime, you can still get in touch. You can email Iain.lee, I-A-I-N, where? Is he on the phone? Because I can't see anything on my screen. Come and boot up my screen. Let's go on. John, are you there?
Yes, Ian,
okay.
Sorry, Ian, sorry.
No, listen, well, it's not your fault, but I appreciate the apology, yes.
Yeah. There's only one thing worse than spitting. First of all, in public toilets in urinals years ago,
yes,
there were signs up, no spitting allowed.
Right.
That's in toilets, never mind on the street. There's only one thing worse than spitting.
Yes.
When I was a young child growing up in the 50s, a lot of the men used to squeeze the nostril with your finger of one hand and flick all the gunge out of the nostril all over the pavement.
Hey, Pep, I hope you're enjoying the phone-in that Uncle Ian does. Yes?
Now, unfortunately, that appears to be coming back in certain communities, and it's disgusting.
Well, listen, OK, you have brought us onto a thing that I wanted to approach delicately, and you've just stomped your big hobnails in, so I'm going to do it. I think there is a cultural thing in spitting as well. When I was in Pakistan, right, everybody spat. And I think in certain communities, the Pakistan community being one of them, they spit.
Yeah.
And I don't see a problem with it.
No, you don't spit on the streets or anywhere in public.
Why not?
No, Ian.
Why?
No.
Why?
It's a disgusting habit. If you think that is acceptable, what I've just told you about that guys used to put their finger on the nostril and flick all the gunge out the other side. I hope you're thinking about that when you're having your dinner this evening.
Right. OK.
Enjoy yourself.
Yes. OK. Thanks very much for that. 03453 009956 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. You're more than welcome to. I think the phones may be working. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll get by and we'll see what happens, shall we? Oh, look, Ranjit's calling in. We're not that desperate. So far, where have we gone? Spitting and dishwashers. It's going to be one of those shows. 81333, start your text WM, ian.lee@bbc.co.uk, or you can give us a call, 03453 009956. Let's get the travel news. Here's Sarah.
Thank you. Good afternoon. There's quite a few problems. We've just got word of an accident blocking the north span M42 between Junction 4 at Shirley and Dorridge and Junction 5 at the exit for Solihull and Knowles. So nothing's getting through. Already the congestion's back towards the M40 link at 3A, and that will add almost half an hour onto your journey time. In Ford Houses in Wolverhampton, the Stafford Road has now reopened. The A449 between B Lane and 3 Tons Lane. It was closed after an accident. It's reopened now, but there's still quite a bit of congestion getting through, and it has had a knock-on effect to Junction 2 of the M54, so it's slow to come off the motorway there onto the 449. Through Harborne in Birmingham, no change for Harborne Park Road. It is still shut both ways between High Street and Vivian Road, and it's because of debris on the carriageway there. It's been closed since Wednesday after strong winds damaged a building, so one of those buildings is unsafe. The road is still closed and diversions are in place. And through Handsworth, Ox Hill Road, the A4040, it's reopened now at Friary Road. It was closed to a police incident. It has reopened, but it is still slow to get through. If you can update us, call BBC WM 95.6 Travel on 08453 002288.
The voice of Birmingham and the Black Country. BBC WM 95.6.
Let's get the news now. Here's Charlotte.
The NEC Group has been sold for £307 million. It's been bought by LDC, which is part of the Lloyds Banking Group. It's being sold because the authority faces a £1.1 billion bill for equal pay claims. The West Bromwich Albion striker Saido Berahino has been banned from driving for 12 months after pleading guilty to drink driving. Berahino was stopped by police on the M6 near Warrington back in October. Figures for A&E units in England, Wales and Northern Ireland show they're still failing to see 95% of patients within 4 hours. The figure for Northern Ireland in December was below 77%. In Wales, it was 81%, the worst since October 2009. A report out today shows MPs don't think the planned high-speed rail link between London and Birmingham is value for money. HS2 is expected to cost £50 billion, a figure that includes contingencies. A report by the Public Accounts Committee says they could be used to mass spiralling costs, and the line may not have the desired impact on economic growth. Finally, taking a look at the weather, a cold day with plenty of sunny spells with a chance of a few wintry showers, highs of 6 degrees Celsius, 43 degrees Fahrenheit, and then fairly widespread frost about tonight, dipping down to a chilly minus 3 degrees Celsius, 27 degrees Fahrenheit.
The Voice. The Voice. The voice of Birmingham and the Black Country. BBC WM 95.6.
OK. Are the phones working?
I think so.
You sure?
I think it was slightly.
Who do we
fraught.
thrash? Is there someone we thrash? I want to give someone a thrashing.
I think it's just the phones.
Can we thrash Gordon? Gordon.
No.
Gordon.
Hello, Ian. How you doing?
I'm good. Can I thrash you?
Say it again, mate.
Can I thrash you?
Yeah, you can if you want.
All right. Well, I'll be over to Bromsgrove. I'll probably get there about 4:30, 4:45. Is that okay?
No problem, I'll get the kettle on.
Good lad, thank you very much indeed. Gordon, what have you got for us?
First of all, you crack me up, mate. You do make me smile, your show.
Well, we will try and stop that. I do apologise. That's inappropriate behaviour.
But
yes,
this spitting thing is crackers.
Why?
I can't believe you're saying it's fine to spit in the street.
I don't see what your beef is with it. What's your problem?
Well, one terrible thing that is carried in vessels of spit is meningitis.
Oh, for goodness sakes, Gordon. You're a
if
fearmonger. You're a fearmonger. Stop trying to terrify the young children listening to this.
Well, that's all it takes. He's some horrible, disgusting person. I'm with Joe with this all the way.
Well,
some horrible, disgusting person spits in the street.
Yes.
Like you, Iain.
And your child, God forbid, fell over in it and it went in his mouth.
Well, no, hang on a minute. Gordon, you have created a fantasy world there where somebody who has meningitis spits, then a child walks along, trips over and then falls with their mouth open and gets it in their mouth.
It could happen.
It could happen. Thanks, Joe. It could
the
happen.
chances of anything coming from Mars are 1,000,000 to 1. But still, they come. Quoting War of the Worlds there, guys. I hope that's useful. Gordon, that will never, ever happen.
Of course it can, can't it, Joe?
Of course it can.
Well, what does she know? What does she know that I don't know? I'm older and wiser than her. I'm older than her.
It can happen.
Gordon.
You Google.
I'll
the
Google
germs.
you in a minute.
In fact, Joe, I'm not saying for you to do a job, but while Iain's
who's that getting messages on WhatsApp?
Away,
Is that you? Yeah, go on.
You Google, Joe, the germs that are in spit,
Oh,
and then put them out in front of Iain.
Gordon, have you ever done a wee outside?
Wee sterile.
Oh, don't, Joe.
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So okay. So I can come and wee on you. It's sterile.
Yeah, that's fine.
03453 009956 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Stephen is in Sutton Coldfield. Good afternoon, Stephen. I'm hoping you can raise the tone from this dirt and filth that we're discussing. What have you got for us, Stephen?
A job worse than emptying the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Having to wash up by hand.
No.
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely.
The thing about washing up by hand, right, it's a dying art. Hey, kids, guess what? When we were young, we had to wash up by hand. We had washing bowls. You don't even get a washing bowl in a sink anymore.
Yeah, but years ago, Iain, they used to send little kids up chimneys.
Well, send little chimneys up kids as well in certain parts of the world.
Got that the wrong way around, didn't I?
That would be unfortunate.
Wouldn't it just? But no, dishwasher, marvellous invention, very hygienic, very clean,
No,
very
they're not.
tidy.
You don't know. The thing is, right, you don't know what germs lurk. If a child tripped over in the kitchen and fell in a dishwasher, he'd catch meningitis.
Well, if he tripped over and fell on the dishwasher, he'd probably take his eye out with one of the knives that was poking up.
Exactly, Stephen. They are a death trap.
With the door open. But the thing is, Iain, if you take swabs of your surfaces and your wet tea towels and your wet dishcloth and the germs that lurk on those,
yes, boss,
compared to surveys that have been done against things that come out of the dishwasher, a lot cleaner, more hygienic.
Yeah. What you need to... How old are you, Stephen?
How old am I? 37 this month.
Are you really? You got the voice of a boy.
Oh, thank you.
No,
I
seriously.
was 21 when I had my first dishwasher. 21. I used to work in an electrical store, and for years people came in buying them, and I just wanted one, and finally I got one.
Every dishwasher I've ever had, right, and I've probably had 4 in my life, they've all been rubbish. They don't clean. And what's this thing? I only found out recently, when you put something really dirty in the dishwasher, you're supposed to rinse it out before. Well, you might as well just clean it.
The thing about it is, you see, you talk about putting saucepans in there. See, I never do that because it's far more difficult to wash up a dozen cups because you've put one saucepan in and taken all the room. So I'd rather put all my cups in, all my crockery, all my glassware, and then the pans, I'd do that in the sink because they might only have a couple of pans.
The glasses, and by the way, can you believe that the BBC is actually spending time discussing this? The glasses always come out of the dishwasher cloudy.
Yes.
Always.
But don't get any ideas about weeing on them to sterilise them.
And how many How much dishwasher salt can a dishwasher take? You have to just keep pouring that stuff in. The light's on, you pour the salt in, you put 7/8 of a bag in there, and the light kind of goes off for about a day, then it goes back on again. What is dishwasher salt, Stephen? What is this? It's a licence to print money, that's what it is.
Well, if you're in a soft water area, I can categorically say you don't need to bother with the dishwasher salt.
Stephen, you're sort
very heavy to carry home from the supermarket.
It's very heavy and it's a rip-off. I'm going to put rocks in mine, gravel. I'm going to get gravel from next door's drive and put that in there.
If you don't want to, and you just don't put it in, it still work without it. It may not. Anyway, you're saying it doesn't clean as well. If you don't put your salt in, that might be why.
Always put your salt in, says Stephen. 0345. I've won awards. And we're talking about spitting and dishwasher salt. I mean, really, the haters are going to hate this one, aren't they? 03453 009956. 81333, start your text WM, or Iain.lee, IAIN.LEE at bbc.co.uk.
I'll surely miss your tender kiss. Don't leave me this way. Baby, my heart is full of love and desire for you. Now come on down and do what you gotta do. You started this fire down in my soul. Now can't you see it's burning out of control? Come on, satisfy the need in me. 'Cause only your good loving can set me free. Don't you leave me this way, no. Don't you understand? I'm at your command. Oh, baby, please, please don't leave me this way. No, baby, don't leave me this way, no. I can't survive, I can't stay alive without your love. Baby, don't leave me this way. My heart is full of love and desire for you. So come on down and do what you gotta do. You started this fire down in my soul. Now can't you see it's burning out of control? So come on, satisfy the need in me. 'Cause only your good loving can set me free. Set me free, set me free. Need your loving, baby. Need it, need it. Satisfy the need in me. Satisfy the need in me.
Afternoon, this is Iain Lee, BBC WM 95.6. Classy show today, spitting and dishwashers. There is no job worse, Adam, there is no job worse than emptying the dishwasher.
There is.
Go on.
It's going shopping with the wife.
What are you talking about?
That's a job that I just don't like.
Well, now, when you say shopping, do you mean clothes shopping or food shopping?
Both.
It's like pulling teeth out of a stone, isn't it? Or no, hang on, squeezing blood out of a snail.
Yes, it is,
No,
yes,
I mean talking to you. Why? Tell me why you hate it so much.
Because whenever you go shopping, she'll say something like, "Oh, I need you to come and help," and then when you do go and help, Oh, we should never bought you now.
Divorce her.
That's a good question. Good answer.
Divorce her, Adam. This isn't working. I think the only way out is your independence.
Yes, I think so too.
Adam, thank you very much indeed. Slightly one-sided conversation, but I can work with that. Carol is on the line. Good afternoon, Carol.
Hello. Hello, Ian.
Hello, Carol. Hello.
Right, I'm talking about the spitting.
Go on then. You sound like a spitter. You sound common, like me.
Yes, you have to because I do a lot of running.
Yeah, we go.
You do have to. You do. I don't care what the other person says. You have to spit. You cannot hold it in. If you're only doing maybe 2 or 3 miles, yeah.
Well, that woman said she ran 10. She said she ran 10 miles and didn't spit. I don't believe a word of it.
Tell her to try running 16 miles and not spit. Sometimes when you're running that far a distance, you can't even swallow your drink. I carry a bottle with me, but sometimes you only shrill it around your mouth and spit it out.
As I said, Carol, as we all know, Paula Radcliffe does a lot worse than just spitting, doesn't she? She does whoopsies.
London Marathon. Do you ever see the footballers on TV? They spit as well.
Yeah, they do all of that.
It's got to be done. You're not doing it on purpose.
And the thing is, right, people are trying to compare it to dog muck and stuff. It's nothing like that at all.
No, it's not that same at all. It's not the same at all.
Are you a smoker, Carol?
No, I don't smoke.
Good for you, because there will be smokers listening, right? If you're a smoker, you spit. That's a fact. That happens.
Yeah.
It has to happen because you're creating small animals in your chest. They have to come up and they have to come out. That definitely happens. Every smoker spits first thing in the morning.
Yes. And I'm not being racist. A lot of Asian people spit as well.
Now, normally, when someone says I'm not being racist, it normally goes on to something racist. But do you know what?
No, I'm not, because I live by them. I live by them 90% on my street. Asian people.
By them. No, and I was saying this. I do think it is a cultural thing. I think there are certain cultures. I think the Pakistani community. And by the way, Pakistani community, feel free to call me 03453 009956. I spent 3 months in Pakistan. They were spitting all the time. They were spitting all the time.
That's why. Also,
as well,
you don't really see them with catching cold or anything because everything comes out.
Well, hang on a second. Now, there's an interesting thing. Have you ever seen a Pakistani with a cold? I don't know if I have.
No, not really.
You may have just...
I haven't.
Let's put it out there, because we are treading a fine line between banter and offensive language. But I don't think I've ever seen a Pakistani with a cold. I don't think I ever had. 03453 009956. Is it because of the spitting? Peter's in Solihull. Good afternoon, Peter.
Good afternoon.
Hanging on to this job by the skin of my teeth.
Yes, you sounded.
Thank you,
Ian,
Peter.
I don't really believe that you think spitting is a good idea.
No, I do. I genuinely do. This isn't me being obtuse. This isn't me being Listen, when I come on and have arguments with people, I never fake an argument. You can't fake an argument because people will sniff it out.
Well, you've gone down in my estimation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And I think if you think that much about spitting, you ought to move to Pakistan and be with people that do. But I think in this country there should be £1,000 fine for people that spit.
What? £1,000 fine? Peter, are you telling me you've never done it?
I have never, ever done it.
Not
and neither
believe
of my
you.
children. And if they did, Ian, I would thrash them within an inch of their life. It's a disgusting, dirty, vile habit.
Oh, hang on a minute. Yet violence against children is okay?
If they spit...
It's only spitting, Peter. They're not killing people.
OK. Spitting people are... Well, I shan't swear on the radio.
Please don't,
Anyway,
Peter.
dishwashers, Ian.
Hang on a second. Ian?
Hello?
Peter said that if his kids spat, he'd thrash them within an inch of their life. What do you reckon to that?
Well, I wonder what him do behind the door.
Sorry?
I wonder what he do behind the door, behind his closed door. I wonder what he done.
We could ask him. Peter, what do you do behind your closed door, Peter?
Say again, sorry?
What do you do behind your closed door?
I really don't know what you're on about.
No, nor do
I.
I. Nor do I, no. Ian, stay there. Peter wants to talk to us about dishwashers.
Yes.
Go on.
Ian, you were going on and saying that you cleaned your dishwasher, and I admire that because I repair them.
Thank you.
And some of the dirty, vile things I have to repair, I wish more people were like you and did clean them themselves.
Yeah, all you've got to do, guys, there is a filter there, right? Every once in a while, take that filter...
Filters, Ian.
Take them out, Give them a good scrub and a good soaking. Otherwise, your dishwasher is just... Every time you wash stuff, you're going to be passing rotting food around.
Exactly, Ian.
And
that's why they don't clean very well, because they are not serviced by the owner.
Does anybody...
Another thing is, they are not a food disposer, they are a dishwasher.
Let me just get this right. Hang on. So they're not a food disposer, they're a what?
Put it in the dishwasher,
Yes.
and you'll have a clean dishwasher.
Peter, does anybody actually get their dishwasher fixed? Because surely, in today's world, when something in our home breaks, we chuck it and buy a new one. Your job exists...
No, Ian, no.
Yes, Peter, yes? Peter?
Let me finish, Ian.
I am. I'm just waiting for you to...
If you've got a decent dishwasher...
Yes, Peter.
...and it needs repairing...
Peter?
As long as the repair doesn't come anywhere near the price of a replacement, people have them done.
Ian in Tamworth, have you got a dishwasher?
I don't use it, Ian.
What do you do?
I use my hand to wash my plate, and I got a bucket in my sink, a dishwasher and bucket in my sink, and I use it.
You got a bucket in the sink?
Yeah.
Do you mean a bowl?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So you don't use the dishwasher, you just do it the old school way?
That's right.
Excellent. Peter, that must make you sick.
No, it doesn't make me sick, Ian, because there are plenty more people that I can go and do repairs for.
Ian, are you a spitter?
I'm overrun with repairs, Ian. I'm not short of work.
Ian, are you a spitter?
Well, apparently I spit, yes.
Tell Peter why you spit, Ian, why it's so important to you as part of your life.
Well, the fume on your stomach, you have to get rid of it, don't it?
He makes a good point, Pete. If there's things in your stomach, you have to get rid of it, don't it?
So if you don't spit, you do something else.
You can't argue with that, Peter.
I can. Don't do it. Don't do it, because it's vile. I'm not on my own here, Ian. I'm not on my own. The majority, 80% of the public, I would say, would not spit.
And where did you get those statistics from?
Because I think 80% of the public do not
And
spit.
where did you get that figure of 80% from, Peter?
I didn't get it from anywhere apart from myself.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. If anybody else wants to come on and make up stats, I'm always for that. Peter and Ian, you're good sports. Thank you very much. 03453 009956.
champagne on ice. And she said, we are all just prisoners here of our own device. And in the master's chambers, they gathered for their feast. They stab it with their steely knives, but they just can't kill the beast. Last thing I remember, I was running for the door. I had to find the passage back to the place I was before. Relax, said the night man, we are programmed to receive. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave.
Oh, 3453 009956. Not really, not really the show I'm going to be proud of. When I die, hope they don't choose this one to take some clips from, because really it's pretty lowbrow. Pretty lowbrow this afternoon. Spitting and dishwashers. Spitting and dishwashers. Ahmed's on the line. Good afternoon, Ahmed.
Yeah, good afternoon. I really like your program. Absolutely brilliant.
Well, you've got excellent taste, sir. Excellent taste.
Absolutely. Because my taxis is only one channel on BBC WM.
Well done. Now, I've got to just... What's your favourite show on BBC WM 95.6?
Be honestly, tell you the truth. Our taxi, I started 7 o'clock.
Right, wasn't...
7 till 6.
Yep.
That's only one channel on.
Okay, again, I'm going to be...
In my taxis.
I need specifics. Who is your favourite presenter on the station?
They're all brilliant.
No.
Absolutely all respected.
With the greatest of respect, sir, you're fudging it. Who is your...
No, honestly.
No.
Absolutely all is brilliant.
All are brilliant, although
different.
there are one or two that are a bit ropey.
No, be honestly, you can put the mirror in the middle.
Yep.
All I gotta say,
Okay.
you can see each other.
Okay,
That's the
listen.
best.
If there are huge cuts at the BBC, okay, and the boss here has to save a fortune to do it, he is going to get rid of every presenter on this station apart from one. Which presenter would you want to be on BBC WM 95.6 24 hours a day?
All brilliant.
That's not
I can't say nothing.
Okay, all right, here we go. Okay. Right. All of the presenters at BBC WM 95.6 are struck down with a killer virus, okay?
No.
You've got the antidote, but you've only got enough for one presenter. Which presenter are you going to save, and which ones are you going to let die in front of you?
No, I don't want to let down. But your program has a minute because it's the top of the range.
So you'd save me... Let me just get this right. You'd save me over Danny Kelly, yeah?
Yes.
You would save my life, and you'd let Danny Kelly die in front of you. Cold but fair. Cold but fair. Cold but fair. I completely understand.
I don't let him die because I can't see anybody in this situation.
Well, unfortunately, there's only one antidote. Anyway, that's not what you've called in about. Although I appreciate it.
Calling about spits.
You call about spits? Yes.
Yeah. All I'm gonna say, we all do these things.
Right.
right? All I can say, you just said before, you done your wee on behind the bushes, but you ain't done wee front of anybody else. You understand what I mean? Because you went to somewhere in quiet and safe place and you done the wee, right? And same things like some people do, like without any manners. They do just go behind the wall and just done it. Same as when somebody spits. Like they done it in front of anybody. They don't care about anybody.
Yeah.
But they're just saying, because some people had a habit.
Yes.
You have to be accepted.
Yeah.
Right? And just get on your own things. What they say, you don't need to look anybody else. You just look yourself, how you are. That's all.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, of course.
Where is your country of origin for you or your family? Because I'm detecting an accent.
I'm from Pakistan.
Have you ever had a cold?
Yeah, I got cold. Yeah,
okay, well, that's that theory shot out of the window. That theory shot. What's that horrible thing that Pakistani men chew? Is it called pan or something?
Pan, yeah.
Is it pan? No, cat's Ethiopian. Is it pan? Those horrible leaves with the tobacco in it. That is I had one of those once. That is flipping disgusting.
Oh dear. It's everywhere.
And it spits. You see that spit because it looks all red and horrible. It looks like they're spitting up blood, doesn't it?
The marks. You never come off from your cloth.
No, you can't. Ahmed, listen, it's so nice to talk to you. Well, call again because that was a cracking call. 03453 009956. Oh, dear. Right, let's get the travel news, shall we? It's Sarah Tilley. Sarah.
Thank you. Afternoon. There are still 2 lanes blocked on the northbound M42. It's after a vehicle fire between Junction 4 at Shirley and Dorridge and Junction 5 at the Solihull turn. It was completely blocked up until recently. It is now just the 2 lanes closed, but there's still an awful lot of congestion there. And through Ford Houses in Wolverhampton, there's a long queue on the Stafford Road, the A449. It follows on from an accident near to 3 Tons Lane. All lanes have reopened. Traffic is getting through, but it is really, really slow. If you can update us, call BBC WM 95.6 Travel on 08453 002288.
It's Thomas with his second, Birmingham City's third.
Leeds United versus Birmingham City, live FM commentary this Saturday from 2.
The voice of Birmingham and the Black Country.
BBC WM 95.6.
I'll try my best to raise the tone before Franksy, but I'll be honest, I think it's that we're fighting a lost battle here. Let's get the news now. Here's Charlotte Harriman.
Birmingham City Council has sold the NEC Group for £307 million. It's been bought by LDC, which is part of the Lloyds Banking Group. It's being sold because the authority faces a £1.1 billion bill for equal pay claims. Paul Tandy, Chief Executive of the NEC Group, says it will benefit the city.
If you look at just down the canal here, we brought a great brand called Barclaycard to Birmingham with the Barclaycard Arena. We brought Genting to the NEC site with the Genting Arena, but also Resorts World. Being a partner with LDC will allow us to bring more commercial partnerships to the region, which will help grow what we bring to the people of Birmingham.
In Belgium, 13 people have been arrested in connection with an alleged plot to target the police. Weapons, money, false papers and police uniforms were found in anti-terror raids. Last night, 2 men were killed by officers in a shootout in the town of Verviers. Officials say the suspects have recently returned from Syria. Rob Wainwright, the director of Europol, the European Union law enforcement body, says that Islamist extremists returning from training abroad were very hard to keep tabs on.
It's very difficult, therefore, for us to talk about identifying terrorist cells or terrorist networks. It's much more complex, much less predictable than that. And that takes the challenge of containing this threat to a new level.
Meanwhile, the Chief Constable of West Midlands Police says he's reviewing how to strengthen the protection of their officers in the light of the alleged plot in Belgium and last week's deadly attacks in Paris. A spokesperson for the police has also told BBC WN that Chris Sims is also looking at how they could safeguard members of the Jewish community. A report out today shows MPs don't think the planned high-speed rail link between London and Birmingham is value for money. HS2 is expected to cost £50 billion, a figure that includes contingencies. A report by the Public Accounts Committee says that could have been used to mask spiralling costs, and the line may not have the desired impact on economic growth. The UK Space Agency says the Beagle 2 space probe has been spotted intact on Mars. It had been expected to land on the planet on Christmas Day in 2003, but was widely assumed to have crashed with no signals or pictures received from the craft. Susanna Pillinger is the daughter of Professor Colin Pillinger, who led the Beagle 2 mission.
This is something that has been in our family for so many years now, since the first thought of Beagle 2 in about 1997. It's wonderful to finally find out what happened and also to prove that it didn't crash on landing.
Finally, taking a look at the weather, a cold day with plenty of sunny spells and a chance of a few wintry showers, reaching 6 degrees Celsius, 43 degrees Fahrenheit. A fairly widespread frost about tonight, dipping down to a chilly -3 degrees Celsius, 27 degrees Fahrenheit, and cold and bright again tomorrow. BBC WM 95.6 News. There's more online at bbc.co.uk/WM.
The voice of Birmingham and the Black Country.
Who is the best presenter on BBC WM 95.6?
Danny Devlin.
Who's the second best presenter?
Caroline Martin.
Ian Lee.
BBC WM 95.6.
Thank you, Charlotte. 03453 009956. Dishwashers and spitting. I'm desperately trying to find something I can do in this hour that's going to kind of raise the standard a little bit. I've got a bald John Travolta and I've got really bad driving. I mean, do either of those grab your fancy? There's a great picture in some of the papers today of a car driving along, just a normal car, and there is someone's got their arm out the window and they are holding a ladder along the side of the car. It's brilliant, brilliant. Obviously completely illegal and stupid, but brilliant at the same time. Examples of bad driving that you've seen, please. 03453 009956.
Ian Lee.
On BBC WM
95.6. The voice of Birmingham and the Black Country.
Huntley, Andy, Paul, stay there. I'll come to you in a second. I'm way behind on the texts, so let me give you some texts. Ian, says James, spitting is nasty. If anyone thinks it causes no harm, talk to the victims in hospital. What? Well, James, do you have stats, figures? How many victims of spitting are there in hospital? John says, the height of laziness is people using dishwashers. By the time they've loaded their dishwasher, they could have done the washing up. Still, if the lazy super-rich can afford dishwashers, it's obvious either they have a battery-operated brain or the midwife dropped them on their head. Simon, is this text I'm about to read out? Are you... Huntley, listen to this, OK?
I'm listening.
This is a text sent to me today, 25 minutes past 2 on the 16th of January, right?
Yep.
From Simon in Wednesbury. Happy New Year. Is he taking the mick or what? Happy New Year?
I think that means you ain't going to listen to your show anymore. I think that's what that means.
Oh, is that code for ta-ta, I'm off, bye-bye?
That's what it means.
Oh.
But I've got to say, you're slowing me down because I'm actually painting at a customer's house and I'm cracking up.
Are you getting
I'm absolutely cracking up.
Huntley, are you getting paid per hour? Good lad. Clever. I like your style.
You are here to cause trouble, are you? You are causing trouble this afternoon.
Listen,
but
hang on a second, Huntley. Listen, I just want to read this text. This is I'm going to read this. This is from Andy in Chelmsley Wood. I'm going to read it as it's written, OK?
Yeah.
Ian, I did a lot of gobbling as a tearaway teen. Now I'm a dad to my teenage son. If I see him spitting, I tell him not to do it. What goes around comes around. Outrageous. Are you a spitter, Huntley?
Oh, well, I'm a runner. So when I run, I do spit just to clear my nose and clear my run. So if you're a sportsman, then yeah, it comes natural. If you watch footballers and rugby players, they're all spitting because they have to clear their nose. Now, I just want to put a spanner in the works.
Go on, throw a Spaniard in the works. Away you go.
We walk down the pavement, yeah?
Yes.
A dog does a dog poo on the pavement. What does the owner do? The owner picks it up.
Yes, sir.
Now, if I walk down the same road and I spit on the same pavement the following day, which one is going to have the most germs the following day? The spit or the dog poo? It's the dog poo, of course.
Of course it is.
So people need to start thinking about what is really nasty and what is just human nature.
Here's the thing, right? OK, first of all, I tend to spit in the gutter, right? I don't just do it willy-nilly. Here's the thing about dog owners that I don't get, right? And this is in every park and every woods and every country walk I've been on, right? You know, quite often most dog owners are responsible. They'll pick up their dog poo in a little red bag, right? A little plastic bag. Great, wonderful. Why then do some of them then hang that plastic bag in the tree? Have you seen that? Plastic bags hanging from trees or fences that are full of poo. Why would you do that?
That's their way of saying the council is not putting dog bins in the park.
It is disgusting. Aren't people disgusting?
It's disgusting. But I just thought I'd put a spanners in the work, really, because spitting, if you spit, and naturally it doesn't look good, but sometimes you just have to spit. But if you have to spit, just be conscious about people around you, because obviously some people don't like, so you go out your way and you spit. You don't want to be walking down the high street just spitting.
Andy,
You know what I mean?
Andy Huntley's making sense, isn't he?
Well, I don't know what to say about it, Ian. I know you're the best. I know you like to get people going, but oh dear, though, it for me it ties with two blokes kissing.
Well, first of all, what's wrong with that? And secondly, well, how is spitting the same as two people having a snog?
Well, it's shocking, isn't it?
What?
I get up and put a tea towel over the telly, or if I'm on my own, I turn it off.
What are you watching? Blokes kissing or people spitting?
I don't watch them now. It's shocking. Hey,
can I just say, Andy?
What happens when Rooney scores a goal?
I've got no idea what he's talking about now.
I ain't got a clue what he's talking about.
Huntley, are you following this, Huntley?
I ain't got a clue what he's talking about.
Are you talking to Ian, me, or the other fella?
I'm asking the other fella if he's following this, because with the greatest of respect, Andy, I'm struggling a bit.
Oh, Ian, come on. It's the most disgusting, despicable thing. Do you know, in my day, I don't know about meningitis, that man could have been right earlier on, but it was TB in my day.
Why do you put a tea towel over the TV and not just turn it off or over?
Blokes kissing, and I don't want to show me ignorance.
I'm so confused. Why are we...
We're not talking about blokes kissing here. We're talking about spitting.
Ian, acting runs in your family. You're such a good lad. No wonder you've got the award.
Oh, my granddad's Christopher Lee.
I'd have given it to Danny Kelly and kept you alive.
Right, right. So
I think he's lost the plot there. One, there's nothing wrong with two blokes kissing, and two, I don't think he came.
He's younger than me. He ain't lived as long as what I have. He don't know what he's talking about. Who? This Simon or what's his name? Saint Simon, is it, or Peter?
He's lost me.
His name's Huntley.
He's on about spitting or something, and when he's running down, come here. You don't have to spit when you run.
Of course you do sometimes.
You swallow it.
Of course you do.
You swallow it.
No, you don't swallow it. That makes it even worse. It blocks your lungs up if you swallow it.
Hey, it's better than the Phil Silver show, this is. Hey, you get them going, you do, Ian, don't you? I love you to pieces.
Thank you very much. I mean, can I... I'm going to ask the question because Andy's raised it. What's wrong with two blokes kissing? And why would you put a tea towel over the TV?
Free food tickets, water in the milk from a hole in the roof where the rain came through. What can you do? Tears from your little sister, crying because she doesn't have a dress without a patch for the party to go. But you know she'll get by, cause she's living in the love of the common people. Smile from the heart of a family man. Daddy's gonna buy you a dream to cling to. Mama's gonna love it just as much as she can. And she can. It's a good thing you don't have fuss there. People fall through the hole in your pocket and you lose it in the snow on the ground. You gotta walk in the town to find a job. Try to keep your hands warm. When the hole in your shoe, let the snow come through and chill you to the bone. Somehow you better go home where it's warm, where you can live in the love of the common people. Smile from the heart of a family man. Daddy's gonna buy you a dream to cling to. Mama's gonna love you just as much as she can. And she can. Living on a dream ain't easy, but the
closer the knit, the tighter the fit, and the chills stay away. Just take them in stride for family pride. You know that faith is your foundation. With a whole lot of love and a warm conversation, but don't forget to pray. Just making it strong where you belong. And we're living in the love of the common people. Smiles from the heart of a family man. Daddy's gonna buy you a dream to cling to. Mama's gonna love it just as much as she can. And she can. Yes, we're living in the love of the common people. Smiles from the heart of a family man. Daddy's gonna buy you a dream to cling to. Mama's gonna love it just as much as she can. Living in the love of the common people. Smiles from the heart of a family man. Daddy's gonna buy you a dream to cling to. Mama's gonna love it just as much as she can. Living in the love of the common people. Smiles really hard on a family man. Daddy's gonna buy you a dream to cling to. Mama's gonna love it just as much as she can.
This is hard today. This is hard, right? Because I mean, I'm doing my best to do a decent, intelligent show. It's the BBC, and really, it's it's rubbish, isn't it today? Oh, dear. Let's go to Paul first. Paul, you've been waiting the longest. Afternoon, Paul.
Good afternoon, Ian.
What you got for us?
I must join this debate. I wouldn't be surprised if it's debated in the House of Commons.
I suspect that we'll be on the next edition of Question Time as well, yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There is good and bad with spitting.
OK.
I'll give you the bad side of it.
Please do.
I'm a heavy goods driver, and on these are both true stories. On one particular night, I was eating the licorice all short, which was the blue one with all the little hundreds of thousands.
Oh, I hate... Joe, I hate licorice all sorts.
They're the worst. I don't like them at all.
There's
but they are the worst. The pink ones and the blue ones.
The blue one, yeah, but you've got to understand, as a heavy goods driver, you eat virtually anything.
Well, you eat Ginsters, you eat munchies, you don't eat...
Munchies.
There's plenty of other...
the only thing I can't get now is potato puffs, which I had as a kid, and I loved those.
That was my nickname at school. Anyway, carry on.
Anyway, and mine.
Yes.
We'll go no further. So I had one of these licorice all shorts because you dib and dab as a heavy goods driver.
You do what? You dib and dab?
Yep, in the bag, in the mouth.
You can't dib and dab and drive an HGV, surely.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
No.
Obviously, he pulls over to do the dibbing and the dabbing.
You can't dib and dab and drive an HGV. That's scary.
That's why you've got rumble strips on the motorways. It's for dibbing and dabbing.
Right. That is not... We are not condoning this.
No. Anyway.
Yes.
I felt the need to relieve my throat of a congested area.
That'll be the sherbet.
Yeah, and down come the electric winder on my cab, and out it went.
Yep.
Sadly, I was on my way to Leeds. It was a very windy night, and it blew back in.
Oh!
So it took my right eye out, and as I was sort of trying to wipe away the debris, keep it clean.
So going to get the sack. It's been great working here at BBC WM, guys. Bye.
This is terrifying.
Yeah.
So as I was trying to clean away the debris, I was on the rumble strip, which alerted me that I'm in danger. That's the bad side.
That's the bad side.
I'm more worried about everybody else on the road.
The bad side is the bad side of spitting is blindness and vehicular crashes. That's the bad. What's the good side, Paul?
The good side is that last year I had a barbecue, me and the wife, and we invited the mother-in-law.
I can't even begin to imagine where this story is going.
No,
yes.
It'll be nothing crude. It's a family show. I understand that.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's always my sad job to take her home. Yeah. The mother-in-law I'm on about.
And that must be sad, yeah.
And there was just me and her, and for some reason she always sits in the back of my car, so which is fine. We were driving
like a taxi driver, like a chauffeur.
Yeah. Back to her home in Sheldon, and it was a lovely summer's evening, down with the windows, and I felt this compulsion to clear my throat.
What, with your mother-in-law in the car?
Well, I was in the front, Ian. I was in the front.
You thought you could do it without her noticing?
I had the music on, which was the funeral march, and I was happily listening to that, taking in the ambience of the company.
Yeah.
And I spat out the window. Unfortunately...
Oh, no.
Yes, she was in the back seat with the window down. It it distributed itself all over her face.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've really enjoyed my time here at BBC WM 95.6. Frankie's coming in 40 minutes early.
This year, the BBC is celebrating local producers with the BBC Food and Farming Awards.
What is your favourite food market?
What makes them so special?
The whole of the area and the community would be a much poorer place.
Which food market do you think deserves to represent the West Midlands in this year's Food and Farming Awards?
Through the awards, the market has been put on the map.
Nominations are now open. Log on to bbc.co.uk/food awards. And tell us your favourite. Find out more with Saturday Breakfast. Saturday morning from 6.
BBC WM 95.6.
Hope those food awards are going well. After this... Waz is on the line. Good afternoon, Waz.
Hello.
How are you, Waz?
I'm not too bad, thank you.
Always good to have a Waz on the show. Now, what have you got for us?
You're bringing all the worms out the woodwork today.
We're doing something, certainly. Yeah, what have you got for us, boss?
Right, okay. I'll start off with the spitting sport. Can you remember the spitting sport?
The spitting sport? No, I can't, sir.
They used to... it was like a game of darts, basically.
What?
There was a line you couldn't cross, and you used to spit. It was pretty popular in America.
What? Was it on telly or something?
Yeah. It was a proper sport.
No, it was a spitting sport that was on television. You are making this up.
I'm not making it up, trust me.
03453 009956. Is this man lying or what?
And I'm sure they used to have a bucket at the other end.
Oh, flipping
it. For some distance away.
Yeah. That sounds horrible.
So that was that. I'm a spitter myself.
Yeah, good lad.
I'm very cautious where I spit, obviously.
Yeah. And I'm not. And can I just say, I'm not advocating spitting willy-nilly. I am very, very discreet when I flob. It's a very discreet practice.
Yeah, but it's always in the corner of the footpath. It's never directly on the centre.
No.
Or on your pathway, as such.
No, I wouldn't do it on my property, Waz. That's disgusting.
Oh, no, nobody would.
No.
And there used to be, obviously in the good old days, the spit and polish on your shoes.
Yeah. I spat on a DVD yesterday.
Yeah, I still do. Well,
no, I do, because the boys, I've got young boys, and they're always scratching the flipping... Yeah, they're always scratching the DVDs. You give it a scrub, spat on it, got rid of the scratch. Beautiful.
Yeah, some moisture off your breath. It does the job.
Waz, listen, good to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed. 03453 009956. Toby says, Ian, is it OK for a man to spit in another man's mouth? And Jay says, has this turned into Bonkers Friday? Has everybody been on something? Yeah, I think they may have legalised drugs without telling me, because it's been a very weird show. There's nothing wrong with two men kissing. And Scott on Twitter says, the sight of two blokes kissing on TV makes me spit in my tea towel. It's disgusticating. 03453 009956. Let's expand it slightly. Examples of bad driving that you've seen, please. And bald John Travolta. He's had the weirdest hair for a long time. Well, he's taken it off, and I think he looks much better. 03453 009956.
It's a curious thing. Make a one man weep, make another man sing. Change your heart to a little white dove. More than a feeling, that's the power of love. Tougher than diamonds, rich like cream. Stronger and harder than a bad girl's dream. Make a bad
We might squeeze tattoos in for the last 30 minutes. Yeah, I'm really desperately trying to save, oh yeah, my career, that's it. Is it Kevin Peterson, the cricket man? He's had the world tattooed on his back. Not life-size, that would be insane. And he's had it marked everywhere in the world. He's scored a century. What a plum. What a plum. We may talk about that. 03453 009956. Martin's in Quinton. Good afternoon, Martin.
How you doing, Ian? You all right, mate?
Sorry?
How you doing?
I'm doing... Were you doing an Australian accent then?
No, I wasn't, no. Just the Birmingham accent, wasn't it?
There's nothing... Yeah, man, I'm doing fine, Martin. I can
love it, you do.
I can do the Birmingham accent as well. I'm from Birmingham.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Insane, isn't it?
Isn't it? What you got for us, you fruitcake?
No.
Hello?
Flipping now. You love winding people up, don't you?
What do you mean by that, Martin? What?
Look, anyway, Ian, before I do anything else, yeah?
Uh-oh.
You bang on.
Yeah.
What you're doing is really... I mean, I listen to you all the time, and I cannot wait. You know, for when you come on the show, I think, flipping, I can't wait. What's he going to do next?
Yeah.
You know what? Because you're so unpredictable. It's unbelievable, you know.
Have you been drinking, Martin?
Sorry?
Have you... Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
OK. Well,
don't treat me like Ranjit from Albury.
Everyone is fair game. So, Martin, that's very kind of you to say. Are you a spitter?
Sorry?
Flip it. Hello, is this... You seem to be hearing
Your phone line is very down. I can barely hear you, you know.
Our phone line is the BBC phone line, and nobody else has complained so far, so I'm guessing, Martin, it's your phone line.
Right, OK, then. We'll see what... Right, then. Oh, spitting. Spitting, by the way, yeah.
Yes.
Small Heath. Sparkbrook. That's where they all spit.
OK. Are you a spitter?
No. I always, if I actually, if I have anything in my van, if I go and get like sort of, I don't know, maybe I want to pick up a sandwich or something like that.
Yeah, sandwich or a Ginsters or some munchies. Yes.
Let me finish.
Yes.
If I want to go and get something, you know, like something from a takeaway or anything like that, if I want to spit, I'll spit in the bag and put it in the compartment.
Ranjit, can you believe Martin spits in his bag and puts it in his glove compartment?
No, listen, Ian.
Now, hang on a minute. Ranjit, can you believe that?
I can.
Yeah, Ranjit, thank you, mate.
Yes, mate, thank you. Right, listen. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Ranjit,
okay, listen,
just about.
All right, I'm going to tell you some scientific facts, yeah? You spit on the road, and when it rains, and then the sun shines, and all that steam spreads germs. And I think it's a disgusting habit. And where Ian's been on about that, they're spitting in Pakistan, well, it's dusty up there, that's probably why they spit.
Yeah,
so
exactly, Ranjit. And as well as you know, because I've got Indian friends, and you know as well as I know, that Pakistanis spit in Small Heath.
No, I'm going to disagree there. I'm going to disagree. Listen, everybody spits. People, I'll tell you another thing.
Well, it's a natural body function.
No, stop. Right, listen, you know people who smoke the weed, yeah? It makes their mouth go dry, so they try and spit, trying to get some more saliva. Right? You see people standing there smoking, yeah, and they'll be spitting. So, and another thing, you spit on the floor, especially by a bus stop, and some little old lady puts a bag on the floor, and she goes home, puts it on a on the kitchen counter.
Ranjit, listen.
Yeah.
Listen to me now.
Yeah.
Just take a little step back now.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, years ago, we used to have a handkerchief. We used to go, okay, and you put it in there. My father used to do that years ago. My father is from Czech Republic, you know, and you know, so we're not all like sort of, you know, English people as such, you know, so we all have an input, you know. But my father used to like into the handkerchief, and obviously he was changed, and there was another thing. But you see, day to day now.
Let's get the travel news. It's Sarah Tilley. Sarah.
Thank you. Good afternoon. We've still got a couple of problems. The northbound M42 has 3 lanes closed off between Junction 4 at Shirley and Dorridge and Junction 5 at Solihull. There's a vehicle fire there, looking at a delay time of the best part of half an hour, so really slow to get through. Still busy around Ford Houses in Wolverhampton for Stafford Road, the A449. There was an accident. It has gone now, so the road's reopened. It was closed between B Lane and 3 Tons Lane, so restrictions have gone, but it is still very slow. And still those problems in Harborne for Harborne Park Road, so it's closed both ways between High Street and Vivian Road. It's because a building is unsafe there. There is some debris on the road, so they've had to close it. And through Handsworth, Ox Hill Road, that's queuing towards Friary Road. Follows on from a police incident, but the road has reopened. If you can update us, call BBC WM 95.6 Travel on 08453 002288.
Thank you, Sarah.
The voice of Birmingham and the Black Country. BBC WM 95.6.
Oh, dearie me. Last 30 minutes of the show. Let's get the news now. Here's Charlotte Harriman.
Birmingham City Council has sold the NEC Group. It's been bought by a part of the Lloyds Banking Group for £307 million. It's been sold because Birmingham City Council faces a bill of £1 billion for equal pay claims. The Chief Constable of West Midlands Police says he's reviewing how to strengthen the protection of their officers in the light of the alleged plot in Belgium and last week's deadly attacks in Paris. A spokesperson for the police has told BBC WM that Chris Sims is also looking at how they could safeguard members of the Jewish community. The number of people waiting more than 4 hours to be seen at accident and emergency departments rose last month in Wales and Northern Ireland. In England, hospitals also missed their target of seeing 95% of patients within time. And the UK Space Agency says the Beagle 2 space probe has been spotted intact on Mars. It had been expected to land on the planet on Christmas Day in 2003, but was widely assumed to have crashed when no signals or pictures were received from the craft. Taking a look at the weather, a cold day with plenty of sunny spells, with a chance of a few wintry showers about as well. Highs of 6 degrees Celsius, 43 degrees Fahrenheit. A fairly widespread frost about tonight, and then a chilly low of -3 degrees Celsius, 27 degrees Fahrenheit.
The voice. The voice. The voice of Birmingham and the Black Country. BBC WM 95.6.
So, as you know, I don't follow cricket, I don't follow sport at all, and boy, oh boy, do I get a lot of stick on this station, which has an excellent sporting heritage, excellent sporting presenters, Franksy, Daz, well, they know some of the excellent sporting presenters. Hate sport, I hate it. Hate it. Part of the reason I hate it, because sport seems to be populated by plums, right? Proper plums. Kevin Peterson. He's travelled the world as one of cricket's most watchable, albeit vainest, stars. But even by his attention I don't get cricket. How is cricket... How can something be a sport if it's played over several days and they stop for lunch? How is that a sport? But even by his own attention-seeking standards, Kevin Peterson has hit a painful new low. The South African-born batsman, who was spectacularly dumped by England last year, has had a map of the world tattooed onto his body with stars marking the sites where he scored a century for his adopted country. Oh, my flipping goodness gracious me. Regular listeners to the show will be fully aware... 03453 009956. I'm not a fan of the tattoos. I do think they are thoroughly unpleasant and disgusting. If you want to get them, hey, that's great. Don't expect me to give you a job. But this is just awful. It's on his... well, OK, it kind of starts on his front, just below his left breast, and it goes round over his back. And it looks... I mean, fair play. The lad that's doing it, it looks good enough, but it looks as common as muck. For cricket fans who remember the more modest heroes of yesteryear, the 34-year-old's crass body art may make them grimace. But Peterson could probably withstand the pain of the tattooist needle giving his famously thick skin. OK, right, they're... OK, they're making fun of him. Peterson already has plenty of tattoos, which includes, controversially, the 3 lines on his shoulder. In his autobiography, the batsman admitted he overplayed his Englishness by getting a tattoo of the national team. It's flipping horrible. You've seen this, Joe. I mean, I don't know. It's disgusting, isn't it?
Well, I'm not a big fan of tattoos, full stop, to be fair.
Oh, really? But this is I mean, why would you have? You might as well. Why would you have tattoos of your triumphs? You might as well have tally marks of the number of people you've had it away with, or like your GCSE results. That's not actually bad, is it? Can you remember your GCSE results?
Yeah, but it was before A star, so it was 3 A's, 5 B's, and a C.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm working with the boffin. I didn't realise. I don't remember. I mean, they weren't brilliant. I didn't get any A's. I think I got a couple of B. I mean, it was B's, C's, and D's primarily.
What about your A levels? No. I got a C and 2 D's.
Okay.
Great.
Okay. I got first time around. I did 3 A levels first time around, then I dropped one halfway through, so I was doing 2 A levels, and I got.
So you should have got really good
Should
marks.
have. I got an E and a U. Then I went and did 2 more A levels in a year, and I had 3 months off because I had glandular fever.
I had glandular fever when I was doing A levels. Snap.
Illness snap. And I got, I think I got a U in one of them, sociology, got a B in psychology.
So
B.
basically you got a B.
B.
That's what you got.
And an E.
Out of 4 A levels,
Correct.
you got a B.
Correct.
That is rubbish.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, guess what, kids? It don't really matter. Shh. They don't matter. Hey, Brian.
Hello.
What were your exam results?
Oh, mine was a long time ago, Ian. Far too long for me to remember.
Did your exam results have any impact on your life at all?
No.
There we go, you see. This is the thing. I managed to sneak into a Mickey Mouse university that had formerly been a polytechnic to do the most made-up degree of all time because I got a B. And that was it. But the exam... Kids, here's the advice, right? No, GCSEs and A-levels, who cares? They don't mean nothing.
Don't say
And that's
that.
the official BBC line.
No, it isn't.
But by the way, if you want to give us a call and with your exam results, 03453 009956, I'd love to hear those. Brian, what would you like to say, sir?
It's on the regard to the spitting.
Yes, sir.
It's one of my pet hates.
Oh.
Spitting.
Oh.
I think it is absolutely disgusting.
Tell me why.
Because I think it spreads disease and germs.
Well, you think it does. Where's your evidence?
My evidence is that in saliva, there could be blood.
Well, there could be.
And if you've got anything wrong with you,
Yes.
it could contaminate somebody else.
I mean, you're kind of stretching the point. There could be blood.
Yeah, well, this also goes, which is one of my biggest hates at the moment.
Yeah.
When you're in a supermarket,
Yeah.
they always lick the finger to open a bag. When they're giving you a bag, they always lick the finger.
What, the people behind the counter?
Yes.
I've not seen them do that. Because when I go to get the little plastic bags to put my carrots in, I lick my finger to get that, of course. But that's okay. It's only me and the rabbit that are going to touch those carrots.
And the person who's serving you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, but by the time we get to the counter, the germs will have died.
Maybe. But, you know, I've been on this one in many supermarket and complained to the management.
Oh,
And
really?
I've had the manager stand there and watch his staff licking the finger and opening the bags.
Brian, come on. There are terrible things happening all around the world. You complain about someone who's on minimum wage that they lick their fingers to open a bag?
Yes, if it's going to contaminate me because I'm not on minimum wage, I'm on a better wage than that, and I don't want to be put out to work by...
Right. How many people, Brian, do you know have been infected by lurgy or fleas that they've picked up in a supermarket because the kid behind the counter has licked his fingers to loosen the bag? How many people do you know have been infected?
Honestly, none.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. 03453 009956. Give us a call with your exam results, please, and how they've impacted or not on your life. I genuinely can't remember my GCSE results.
It's bigger. It's bigger than you. And you are not me. The lengths that I will go I set it up. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion, trying to keep up with you, and I don't know if I can do it. Oh no, I've said too much. I haven't said enough. I thought that I heard you laughing. I thought that I heard you sing. I think I thought I saw you try. Every whisper, every waking hour, I'm choosing my confessions, trying to keep eye on you, like a hurt, lost and blind fool. Oh no, I've said too much. I set it up. Consider this. Consider this. Hint of the century. Consider this. Slip that brought me to my knees, paled. What if all these fantasies come flailing around? Now I've said too much. I thought that I heard you laughing. I thought that I heard you sing. I think I thought I saw you try. That was just a dream. That was just a dream. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion, trying to keep up with you, and I don't know if I can do it. Oh no, I said too much. I haven't said enough. I thought that I heard you laughing. I thought that I heard you sing. I think I thought I saw you try. But that was just a dream. Try, cry, why, try. That was just a dream. Just a dream. Just a dream.
Okay, so I'm going to give you the correct way to load a dishwasher. This is from a scientist. Hey, go and find a cure for cancer. So what you working? So you imagine a load of scientists getting together in Starbucks. So what you working on? Well, we're really, really close to finding a cure for AIDS. What are you working on? Well, I think we've got a machine that can travel through time. Hey, Steve, what are you working on? Dishwashers. Huh? Yeah, the best way to load dishwashers. Flippin' heck. Barry's on the line. Afternoon, Barry.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm about to impart to the world the best way to load a dishwasher, but before I do that, Barry, what have you got for me?
Well, you're talking about exam results.
Yes.
And they don't matter. Well, they do.
Oh.
Because when I left school and got a job as a van driver...
Yeah, what results did you need for that?
Geography helped me. Pardon?
What results did you need for that?
Well, geography.
Yeah.
Social studies.
Oh,
maths.
Yeah.
English.
Yeah, but you didn't need
science.
You didn't need good exam results. You just need. What did you
I know,
need?
but they're all part of life. They're all part of life.
What did you need science for to drive a van?
Well, if something happened to the van, you need to know how to. You need to know what's happened to it.
And you learnt that in science, did you? Come on, Barry.
In physics, yeah.
But Barry, you're stretching the point ever so slightly.
No, I'm not.
What grades did you get?
Let me think. No, let me think. I can remember.
Go on.
I got a C in physics, a B in biology, and what did I get? Hang on.
An E in memory.
Maths, physics, chemistry. I got a C.
Okay, so not brilliant, not shining results. But you didn't get the job as a van driver. You didn't turn up. Were these O-levels?
No, that was CSE.
Oh, flipping it. A C and a CSE?
Yeah, but at least it showed that I had the...
But you didn't turn up for the job at Vans R Us and show them all your certificates. They went, yep, we want you. We want this brain box driving for us. He knows physics.
Well, I did. On the application form, you have to put down what qualifications you've got, and then the manager will look and see, you know, how clever you are.
Hey Barry, when the people get wise that I've got no talent whatsoever and I get the boot from this cushy job, right, and I have to go out and get a proper job, which will happen one day. I know it will happen, right? If I write I've never written a CV. If I write a CV, do I still, even at the age of 41, have to put down my exam results on it?
Oh yeah.
But I don't know what they are.
Well,
just make them up, I suppose, isn't it?
You have to have a memory, you say.
Oh, flipping it, I haven't got that.
I'm sure you do know what they are.
Honestly, I know my A levels. They were an E and a B. The GCSEs have not got the foggiest.
I'll bet you do.
Barry, I'm not lying. Gordon.
Good afternoon.
Do you know what your exam results were?
I haven't got a clue.
Did you take any exams?
No.
Oh, well then I can tell you what your exam results were. Very, very poor.
Yeah, true. But at the end of the day, what I mainly found up for was spitting.
Has your lack of examination results and certificates held you back in life, Shouty?
I don't think so.
There you go. That's the advice if you fail your exams, you could end up like Shouty Gordon in Leebank, calling a phone-in show at 3:45 in the afternoon. Gordon, what have you got for us?
Spitting.
Yes.
Earlier on, you had a caller on going on about spitting.
Yeah.
And then he changed the subject to a dishwasher.
Yes.
What's wrong with that using a dishwasher, just using your flipping hands?
Do what?
Why?
I thought you were going to say what's wrong with spitting in a dishwasher. You weren't saying that, were you?
They get people will spit in the dishwasher if you don't keep an eye on them.
Who spits in? You've seen spitting in a dishwasher? I want names.
I don't get nobody's name. I'm just stating the fact when I see with my own two eyes.
So these must be friends or family members of yours spitting in a dishwasher?
That's right, yeah, it's spat in the dishwasher.
That is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life.
Well, it's true, Ian. It's true. God is my judge.
Producer Joe's just whispered on my ear. Top marks, Gordon, for connecting those two, joining the dots between dishwashers and spitting.
Yeah, and as you were saying earlier on, you was talking about spitting and you mentioned Mo Farah.
I mentioned who?
Mo Farah.
Oh, Mo Farah?
Yeah.
Mo Farah.
Okay, then Mo Farah.
Yes.
Sorry.
That's
my
all right,
apologies.
He's only one of our heroes, but go on, yeah.
What about your football stars?
Oh.
What about your actors?
No, actors.
And your actresses that spit.
I know football stars spitting I've seen. Actors, I've not seen that so often.
I've seen it in war films.
Well, Gordon, I love your calls. Thank you so much. Dan, stay there, sort of do a bit of business.
Hunger, desire and fitness play a big part in this division.
Next week, BBC WM 95.6 hosts a Wolves fans forum with Kenny Jackett.
If you tell yourself you're tired, you will be. It's a privilege to be working in this industry.
In the build-up to the season's climax, Kenny answers your questions.
I've met him many times in the year and a half that I've been at the club, and he was a fantastic man.
From players to promotion hopes, it's your chance to question the head coach.
I feel now at 21 he's right for a permanent home.
Wolves fans forum with Kenny Jackett in the Jack Hayward Suite, Molineux, Tuesday night from 6:30.
If we play as well as that, both home and away, things will turn for us.
For ticket information, log on to bbc.co.uk/WM.
Dan's in Wolverhampton. Afternoon, Dan. Oh, no, you're there. Sorry, Dan. What would you like to say?
Yeah, very quick one. I was just going to agree with you on the point regarding qualifications. I don't think it matters at all
what qualifications you get, and really how you get on at work and what you do is really about your ability and how you work with people. Because I got 8 O-levels in 1986, and they were like 7 C's and a B.
Yeah.
And I didn't go and do A-levels. I just went, joined the railway, loading newspapers, I've cleaned carriages, and like now I'm in a commercial management role. So I just don't buy it. And regards the price of it now as well, like my lad's 18 and he's just done his A-levels, and I actually wouldn't let him. I mean, I wouldn't have stopped him. I wouldn't stop anybody doing what they wanted to do. But I strongly, strongly recommended him to think hard about taking on a £27,000 debt to go and get a qualification. It just scares the life out of me.
All exams seem to me to be, Dan, they are a stepping stone to the next exam. You pass one set of exams, you can go and do some harder ones. You pass that, you can go and do some harder ones, and that's it, isn't it?
I think I agree, and I don't buy it. And this business of charging youngsters £27,000, I just think it's wicked, because I was in debt through most of my 30s because I was an idiot, really, and I had to have all the best hi-fi, the best VHS, you name it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the phrase there, the best VHS. Well done, Dan.
Can you believe I spent £800 on a VHS player in you know what I mean? I mean, and I think I was still paying for that loan when that VHS had long since broken.
That's what they used to cost kids. And films, if you wanted to buy a film on VHS, they were about 55 quid, weren't they?
I'm telling you, I'm not messing.
Beautiful.
So, as I say, with my lad, I just said to him, it's so hard to get out of debt that really, is this qualification going to do anything for you? And as I say, I've steered him away from it, and I just feel sorry for these youngsters. I mean, I live in Wolverhampton, and you look at the bit of development that's going on in the town is the university. And I think we're mortgaging all of our youngsters' futures to pay for this building to be rebuilt. And I think people have got no conscience. I think charging that kind of money for qualifications is wicked, and the children need to get out there and get... You can crack on, I promise you. Like I say, you look at me... And like I say, it's not unique to me, but you go out there and work hard and you're personable and you'll crack on, you'll get on. So it'll be fine. Dan,
listen, it's a great point. Thank you very much. I'm old enough. I got a full grant when I went to university. Every term, I got about 700 quid. Can you believe it? They were paying me to mess around. And, oh, Dan, £800 for a VHS. Wonderful. Last 10 minutes of the show, 03453 009956. We can squeeze in a couple of calls if you want to give us a call now. What were your exam results? Did they hinder you in any way whatsoever? And spitting.
Whenever dark is falling, you know the spirit of the party starts to come alive until the day is dawning. You can throw out all the blues and hit the city lights, 'cause there's music in the air and lots of loving everywhere. So give me the night. Give me the night. You need the heat, action, a place to dine, a glass of wine, a little late romance. It's a chain reaction. You'll see the people of the world coming out to dance, 'cause there's music in the air and lots of loving everywhere. So give me the night. Give me the night. So come on out tonight, and we'll leave the others on a ride through paradise. And if you feel alright, then we can be lovers, 'cause I see that starlight look in your eyes. Don't you know we can fly? Just give me the night. music in the air and lots of love and everywhere. So give me the night. 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 Give me the night.
Right. Frankie's up soon, don't worry. A decent show coming up in about 5 minutes. Chris, you're probably the last caller on this show. What have you got for us, Chris?
Hi, mate. You all right?
Yeah, I'm okay, thank you, Chris. What would you like to say?
Great stuff. Just wanted to talk to you about spitting, really.
Go on, mate.
Well, more to the point, most of the guys that have phoned up, you seem to attract loads of nutcases today.
And you're not one of those, are you, Chris?
Oh, goodness, no, of course not. I just wanted to say, I mean, like, you know, when we were all kids, yeah, you know, it was a bit, you know, it was a cool thing to do. But I will say one thing, you know, I was sat on a wall with a bunch of kids once, I spat, and a lady walked past me with her little kid, and she gave me the filthiest look in the world, and she actually made me feel like the worst person in the world. And ever since then, I've never spat in public, ever, anywhere.
So hang on, you've never spat in public, but you do it in private?
Oh, well, if you clear your throat of phlegm, you'll spit it in a tissue or flush it down a toilet or something, you know, but no, never in the street. It's dirty, it's wrong.
Chris, can I ask you before, because we've got a minute left, do you remember your exam results from when you were at school?
God, yes, I do, yeah.
Go on, what did you get?
GCSEs, 2 Bs, 4 Cs, 2 Ds, E and F. Pretty much the same as you with A-levels, mate. So I had a dabble with everything, but didn't really get very far.
Weren't A-levels and I hate A-levels because I think it puts so much pressure on young people. They were the hardest thing in the world. Nothing I've done since then has been as hard as an A-level.
I think the thing was it was adjusting as a teenager because, I mean, you know, you're going through so many other things as well. You know, I mean, you just like starting to go to pubs and, you know, go out socialising and stuff. And you're not. I really don't think you're responsible enough to take them, to be quite honest, at that age. But,
Chris,
you know.
listen, thank you. Am I right, Joe?
Yes, you
A-levels
are right, for
were the hardest thing I'd ever done in my life. And I'm doing them at 16, 17, 18. Nothing has been that difficult since then.
And those 3-hour exams.
Oh, flipping it. Here's the thing, right? I'm 41 years old, and sing hosannas, I never have to take another exam in my life. We have to do little training things here, and we get like training videos we have to watch online and answer questions. Here's the thing, you can just click through those and you don't have to watch it.
I still have dreams about exams. Do you?
Yeah. I have dreams that I'm going to an exam and I'm this age.
Yeah.
And if I don't pass the exam, I will lose everything I've achieved in my life. And all my friends are there.
Then.
No, not a lot. All my friends are there and they've studied for it.
Yeah, I've had those dreams where I've walked in and I've not studied for it, which was actual reality.
Kids, exams don't mean crap.
Yes, they do.
What we got some good stuff on the show tomorrow, Joe. What are we doing between 9 and 12?
We are doing. We're talking about this teacher thing, aren't we? Can a 16-year-old groom a grown man?
Yeah, 16-year-old teacher, 44-year-old teacher, 16-year-old schoolgirl. She groomed him.
Yeah, is it right to have a gay school?
Gay schools. And also, here's one I really like. A fella who's got muscular dystrophy got kicked out of a cinema because 6 people complained, not because they were watching Taken 3, which is awful, but because his ventilator, you know, that machine, it was too loud. And people complained and he got booted out. And do you know what? I can kind of see both sides of the story here. We'll be doing that tomorrow between 9 and 12. But stay tuned. A proper show is coming now. It's Francie. Let's get the travel first. I'm so sorry. You go. I had your microphone down. How rude of me.
Okay.
I'm so
not a
rude.
problem. Not a problem. On the northbound M42, you've got 2 lanes closed between Junction 4 at Shirley and Dorridge and Junction 5 at the Solihull turn. There is an accident there. Several vehicles involved, so there are long delays. And the entry slip onto the carriageway at Junction 4 has also been closed to control the congestion. And in Harborne Park Road, that's still closed both ways at High Street because of an unsafe building. Update us on 08453 002288.
It's Thomas with his second, Birmingham City's third.
Leeds United versus Birmingham City, live FM commentary this Saturday from 2.
The voice of Birmingham and the Black Country.
BBC WM 95.6.
4 o'clock on BBC WM. Good afternoon, Friday afternoon. Heading towards the weekend, we'll round up all the big stories. Before we do anything else, let's get the main news with Charlotte Harriman.
Birmingham City Council has sold the NEC